What's up, everybody? My name's Lou, and this is Metal Lens Reviews. Welcome to my channel. If this happens to be your first time here, you're checking it out, you like what you see, thank you. Please do me that favor of like, comment, subscribe. As I mentioned before, it really helps me grow the channel, spread it to the masses, and of course motivates me, provide to you guys with more content. Alright, so let me start by saying this is a treat. This is like a bargain bin deal, okay? Let me just read the names that are participating on this track right now. Plácido Domingo, who excellent vocalist, operatic singer, I believe, who's I've reacted to before, but has also collaborated with an artist that we're also about to check out, Dimash. He's on this track too, which is insane. HAUSER, fantastic celloist. I've reacted to him, and he's collaborated with a lot of artists that I have reacted to, and you know, the guy's just a win-win. Especially for like orchestra and those dramatic kind of themed music styles. And José Carreras, who I'm not too familiar with, but if he's participating with all these gentlemen, it's going to be awesome. And the song, right? That's the kicker here. It's My Way. And that's right, Frank Sinatra's My Way. A song I probably should have listened to more often growing up, but I know enough, I think. Like, I know the chorus or whatever, but to have all these guys, these winners here, do this track is insane. I believe Frank Sinatra got it off of a French song, so My Way is not originally his, but he, like Nirvana would do a cover and kind of make it their own. That's what Frank Sinatra did to this song. So now we got all these gentlemen participating in this song, and I'm excited. I want to see how they all work. It's kind of like when you see Slipknot live, and you're like, okay, there's 9 members. Is it 9 members? Is it 10 members? I don't know. Anyway, all those people on the same stage, sharing the same stage, creating magic, making magic happen. So we're about to see that go down. So without further ado, let's cue this track up. Once again, this is Plácido Domingo, José Carreras, Dimash, and HAUSER doing My Way. Let's check it out.
And now the end is near, and so I'll face the final curtain. My friend, I said it clear, I've stayed my cage, of which I'm certain. I've lived an endless fall, I travel each and every highway and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and was more than this. I didn't want.
Wow. Talk about hard to stop. Oh my god, this is going to be challenging. Wow, man. That's cool. That's so cool. I'm surprised this didn't show up in my algorithm earlier, because you think something like this would. Because usually I get pinged a lot with collaborations and stuff. Man, fan-freaking-tastic. I just want to take it back a little bit just to enjoy that, because I definitely kind of zoned out there. Let me just take it back just a hair, okay? I think maybe right about. There we go. Take it back right there.
And said it clear, and stayed my gate, of which I'm certain. I've lived, and I'm this fall. I travel each and every highway, and more, much more than this. I did it my way. Regrets, I've had a few, but then again, too few to mention. I did what I had to do, and saw it through without exemption. I planned each charted course, each careful step along the byway, and was more than this. I didn't want. There were times.
Just wow. Like, once again, having all these people in the same room together. Now, while I'm not extensively known to each one, I don't know of them that much. I mean, Dimash, yeah, and a few others, but I mean, wow. How do you do that? What do you call their agents? Be like, hey, listen, I got a great idea for a collaboration, so let's make this happen. What was that phone call like, right? And the schedules, right? How do you schedule something like this? I'm not sure where they're playing. I mean, I probably could look, but it looks great wherever it is they're playing. But oh my god, fantastic. The harmonies, HAUSER doing his cello thing, it's just kind of, it's like this layer after layer. And the song itself, you know, it's nice. It's not, I don't think it's one of my favorite Frank Sinatra songs, but it's up there. And like I said, he got that from a French song. And but no matter, it's a good song through and through. You know, Frank Sinatra did his thing with it, and hell, these guys are definitely killing it too. And wow, it's just so, it's pitch perfect. No one's kind of overbearing the other or overlapping the other in any negative way. The orchestra is doing their thing. It's just very smooth. Probably a well-rehearsed song, that they're all familiar with, I'm sure. Yeah, super impressive. Let's keep going.
I'm sure when I be told, Lord, and I can show what many times when there was stopped, I ate it up and spit it out. I faced it all, and I stood tall. Himself, then he has not to say the things he truly did, when not the was I
That's so cool. Like I said, it's like they're kind of finishing each other's sentences too. I noticed that because the song, it's big. It's a big enough song, and I never really heard of the French original, but Frank Sinatra's a good solo artist. He's collaborated many times himself, obviously. The Rat Pack and all that. But here, these gentlemen, and not ever, like as you think you'd be more comfortable singing in your own language, and these guys obviously you're singing it. I guess how Frank Sinatra would sing it, obviously in English, and with accents and everything. They somehow just cut across, just very competent style vocal approach. Like I said, it's very kind of back and forth. Each one kind of takes a section. Like if you were reading a book, and what I used to do in school, I would read a paragraph. The person next to me read a paragraph, and that's how we, especially when you're in like elementary. It would make the reading a book go by quicker. Everyone had their own section. It seems like that's how the approach this is. So while most songs have a kind of a trade-off, this is just like it's my line, your line, your line. It's very kind of one after another, not a kind of a pendulum swing back and forth, like where it kind of seamlessly goes into one line and the other artist picks up the other line. No, this is I say my line, pause. Now it's your turn, so it's like kind of like they're reading a book almost, a story, just singing it. And each one is picking a line from this book, this song in this case, and singing it. So while the transitions are, they're smooth, not, cookie cutter smooth, but they're smooth enough to give it that kind of uniqueness. And that I noticed that. It's the first thing I noticed and stands out, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. But nonetheless, though, I like it. And it's just, imagine being in the audience, among this. All these great men just doing their thing. Wild. All right, let's keep going.
The world is not land, what has begot? If not himself, then he has none. To say the things he truly thinks, and not the words of peace. In the shows, I took the blows, and did
Wow. It's like they were trying to battle who gets the like the last line in. I like that. That's cool. You gotta have stuff like that. You can't be completely perfect, But in this case, Dimash with the kind of the win right there is he just kind of remained steadfast, and everyone else, man, just kind of they were just doing their own thing. No one was taking each other's lead here. I think it was just this kind of this point of like no return, where there's a lot of energy put behind this song, and it's like I said, it's not a complex song, so they did what they can to kind of uplift it to another level. I think Sinatra would have been proud, but yeah, wow, man. And given there's looks like a lot of other different collaborations with other artists here, other songs, and I think I might have to check that out too. Because normally I'll do like Dimash and like maybe a collaboration with like one other person, but this I think I don't know. Let's see what else he's got going on here. But yeah, fantastic song. Definitely, Dimash showing his showcasing his work. And everyone else, Plácido, José, HAUSER, everyone just perfection, doing what they do best. And like I said, the song was, well, to me, it got a little kind of like screechy there, where, you know, it was like they were just kind of fight for the last word. Sometimes you got to have imperfections, and you got to have stuff that kind of stands out. And I think that leaves a different imprint on a song that, you know, makes it unique instead of like this copy and paste feel. So, you know, even small flaws or whatever you want to call it. But every one of these gentlemen did a great job, and they all deserve the round of applause that they got. And a really excellent choice of song. So, yeah, there you have it, guys. That was Plácido Domingo, José Carreras, Dimash, and HAUSER doing their rendition of My Way. Awesome live performance. And, yeah, let me know what you guys think. I mean, like, when you get everyone in the room and have them collaborate on such a song, too, that's iconic, magic happens. You agree? Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. If you made this far in the video, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. If you want to throw me a song to recommend, something you suggest, I'll leave a link down below entitled Buy Me a Coffee. Other than that, my friends, that's all I got. Thank you for watching. And I'll see you all very, very soon. Peace.